What's up, Big Daddy?
What's up, Terry?
You look better than you've looked in a long time. How was surgery?
Well,
Meds are good.
we were all just taking bids on what we were going to take from your house if you didn't make it today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we got your back.
We sent it to Sarah. Didn't figure you had much use for the list.
Keep Kurt away from my tools.
You keep your tools out of this, David.
That's right. Well, hey, at least they didn't take that off.
you better check.
That's right. That's right. You guys, you having a good session?
We were just saying we should call you up and get you on. But we're still going to tear you apart, so.
That's fine. It's all good. I was worried that this was going to be an ulcer or something that would prevent me from keeping bourbon on the constant menu.
No, that would have been tragic.
Exactly.
That would have been tragic. We would have to sever ties.
That's right.
I have to admit, Dave, I told the guys, I said, as soon as your message came through and I just saw like the first 3 lines, I was like, fuck, he's going to bail again tonight. And then I felt bad.
It's totally
and then I
understand. Totally.
Yeah, and then I felt bad, and then I was like, he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good. But I'll probably have some a morphine cocktail while you guys are having bourbon, so it's good.
Yeah.
Well, how long are you in the hospital for?
I hope they let me go tomorrow, but Sarah said it sounds like probably Saturday.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
You want me to bring you your laptop so you can get some work done?
Fuck no.
Just checking.
And it's that I'm going to drop Mike because I'm probably not going to be making coherent sentences here, so I'm out.
Come on, stick with us for 5 more minutes.
Hell no. Trust me, I'm having to pick my neck up so you fuckers don't make fun of my double chin.
He's gonna.
Well, you're lucky there's no video on this podcast.
That's right. All right. Love you, brothers.
All right, love you, man.
Be good, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, man.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bourbon Boys, the podcast where guys get together to talk about bourbon, about life, lore, and libation, and everything that comes with being a dad. We aren't bourbon snobs, just a group of guys who like bourbon for what it is and how it tastes. It's pretty simple. This is podcast number 29. I'm Dew, and with me are my Bourbon Boys. We got Altoon.
Hey.
Kurtron.
Hey there.
And Kratt-tastic is donating organs.
Yeah. He's got a gallbladder in a jar at this point, I think.
Yep, it's a sample.
And a stone in his ass.
So tonight, Dave, we just got off a FaceTime with Dave. He is
We missed you,
great,
Dave.
sounding good, and he is fair game for a good ribbon. But tonight we're catching up on. So we haven't been together since
It's been a long time.
the Bourbon Trail,
Yeah.
the Urban Bourbon Trail.
The Urban Bourbon Trail.
So our apologies to the listener who's been waiting and refreshing.
Who's been waiting, the one listener.
Yeah, to Amanda and Wasim, we apologize.
Is that one person?
Yeah. So 4 months later.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all right.
3 months. 3 months.
It's all right. There's
Yeah.
been a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
There's been a lot going on.
Last time we talked, it was 2021. It's now
Yep.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to talk about the things we've picked up along the way. Where we've been up to.
Some new things.
We've got a few to taste. I brought a George Ramus. Altoon brought Town Branch.
Town Branch, yeah.
And Kurtron, you got a couple over there. Oh, seriously? You're starting the year with that?
Oh,
10
here
cup
we go
rye.
again. Seriously, you want me to go pick something else up for you,
No,
buddy?
what's the other bottle in front of you?
This is called Kentucky 74. So we can definitely try it if you want.
Okay. Is it a bourbon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
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 Fantastic.
Mm.
Or is it a whiskey?
No, it's a bourbon.
Okay. All right.
It's a bourbon.
It's a rye.
Psych.
It's a distilled spirit for bourbon cocktails. So I would assume that means it's a bourbon.
Okay. Let's give it a shot.
We're going to do this one first?
I'm glad to be back with you guys.
Okay.
Let's taste some bourbon.
Let's
get
do
it
it.
All
on.
right. Am I going first?
Go for it.
All right.
What do you got?
So this was one that I picked up. I'd never heard of it before, to be quite honest with you. Like wasn't able to find a whole lot on it. So, I don't know what to tell you other than it's called Kentucky 74. And, it's got some nice color to it. It's, so we'll see what you guys think, and we'll give it a whirl. So not a whole lot to listen. You guys are always ripping on me about talking too much. So I'm just not saying a lot this time.
Wow.
Kentucky 74. Let's give it a whirl.
Cheers to that.
This is
See what you're missing, Kratt?
Express episode.
Yep.
Where is it from?
I found it.
I'm going to start with Kentucky.
Where did I get it? No, I didn't get it in Kentucky. I got it somewhere around here. I can't remember where I actually bought it. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
How much a bottle?
It was around $35.
Oh, that's a weird smell.
It is a weird smell, isn't it? It's not a rye.
Smells like a brandy.
It's not a brandy. I didn't put it in a fake bottle.
Give me the bottle.
Give me the bottle.
Give me the
No,
bottle.
I'm not giving you the
me the
bottle.
bottle.
No, not giving you the. So what do you smell? What do you get?
I get all sorts of stuff. I got like
Don't say a dirty mop.
no. Don't, I don't think
It's
I
like
get,
sweet fruit.
yeah. I got like raisins and currants, like a mincemeat. You ever had mincemeat pie?
I've not had mincemeat pie, but
No, and if I did, I wouldn't want raisins in it.
It's raisins, currants, cinnamon, nutmeg. There's actually no.
there's no meat in it. Which is like, why do you call it
And you got like a little black licorice, little.
Yeah, it's got a lot of interesting.
And leather?
A lot of
We
interesting.
get a lot of leather.
You got leather.
All right.
Yeah.
There's one other spice I can't come up with. Molasses, like
Okay.
a real, like open the jar of molasses, stick your nose in
Yeah.
molasses.
Yeah, it's got a lot of interesting.
Wow.
Hints to the nose.
Give me that bottle.
Give it a shot. I'm not giving you the bottle. I'm holding the bottle.
So what led you to acquire this bottle?
Well, I liked the bottle, and I'm curious what you guys think.
Fucking apple juice.
It's like this.
It's not. It is bourbon. It is a bourbon.
You've been ripped off.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna go to the rye. I had to pull this one in though, just to kind of see how you guys reacted, and obviously it worked. So. So I was doing.
That's a great prank.
I was doing dry January. So this is a spiritless bourbon, meaning that it's
so it's not just apple
completely
juice.
non-alcoholic bourbon. So
That's why you wouldn't give me the bottle.
That's why I wouldn't give you the
You
bottle.
fucker.
So it's Kentucky 74 spiritless bourbon.
Yeah, it is spiritless.
And
It's also less a lot of other things.
and so we had our friends the Fees over one night, and Gary and I were both doing it. He's like, "Let's make some cocktails." I'm like, "All right." So I went out and bought this spiritless bourbon, and we made the first cocktail. And let's just say we had a couple cocktails that night, not with spiritless bourbon,
I don't blame you.
because we had to wash the taste down. So
weird.
So anyway, it is. It's a really strange taste. Now, maybe in the right cocktail it might work, but we did old fashions, and yeah, that wasn't.
No,
it wasn't working.
The
Smell is deceiving, right?
The smell is.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is gonna taste.
Yeah.
Either really good or terrible. Terrible was right,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but I was.
B.
Yeah. So there's obviously there's no alcohol, so you have no evaporation.
Yeah.
Are you too hot?
I'm getting a little kickback. So,
You know what? I had you boosted for the phone
for
call.
Dave. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I was like, hey, what the heck? Why not try it? And, it's 0.5% ABV.
Wow. That's just from rotting fruit, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is.
Well, I can.
So
I can actually tell you what's
there's no
in it.
alcohol on it. There's no bite. There's no evaporative like
It's like colored
burn to
water.
it. There's
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
thought for a minute you
it's like
actually
colored
took
water.
an old jar and poured like apple juice in it.
Yeah,
No.
Just messing with us.
no.
Like watered down apple juice.
The ingredients are spiritless, non-alcoholic oak distillate, water, natural flavors, glycerin, sugar, citric acid, xanthan gum, sodium benzenate,
That sounds healthy.
potassium sorbate.
I think we'll all be with Kratt in the hospital tomorrow.
Yeah. I hope you don't get offended if I don't finish this one.
Yeah, no,
I'm not at all.
I think I'm closest to the
The
kitchen.
only reason I saved the bottle was to do this. The rest of it's going to get dumped down
that's
the.
great.
It's going to get
Anybody else
dumped
want
down
me
the
to dump their
drain.
glass?
Yeah.
That's
Could
a
you rinse them
good,
too?
That's fun.
So I'm really bummed that Kratt wasn't here because I would have loved to have seen
his
and heard
face.
his reaction. But anyway,
Nice job.
I had to
Nice
give it a
job.
whirl. So anyway, so I know it's a rye, but we have done ryes.
After drinking that, I will drink rye.
You're learning to like ryes. We've done a number of
yeah.
ryes.
I
We've
don't-
done
I
a
don't
number of
dislike
ryes.
rye.
So we have done tin cup before. You know that 10 cup tenure.
Try that again.
10 cup tenure.
Nope. Try it again.
Tin cup
There you go.
tenure. That's what I was getting wrong.
That Spiritless really
It's
got
like
you, didn't
my
it?
texting. So tin cup tenure is one of my favorites. You guys know that. And I actually didn't know that they had a rye. So I got this as a gift over the holidays.
Nice.
And you also know that I'm not a huge rye fan. So, but I actually really enjoy this one. Obviously, you can see because the bottle's nearly empty.
It's looking good.
So, the one thing I didn't know last time we talked about the Tin Cup tenure is that Tin Cup is actually a city in Colorado that is named after the miners who would actually mine in that area, and they would drink out of a tin cup. Thus the reason there's a tin cup on the top.
Yep.
Of all their bottles.
Shout out to Todd,
Shout out to Todd.
graduate of the Minor College, right?
Yeah, Colorado Institute of Mines or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know who Todd is, but great for Todd.
He'll be very excited.
Okay. So the mash bill on this is 95% rye, 5% malted barley.
Oh, all right.
So it sounds
Say that again.
You're gonna pour it.
95% rye. I'm trying to talk. I can't hear you guys pour
usually
it.
like when that's what
So 95% rye, 5% malted barley.
So I'm expecting a little sizzle.
So yeah, it's funny. You have to give it a try.
Yep.
It's distilled for 3 years. It's 90 proof. And again, I was just really surprised that I liked it. I do not care for the regular tin cup, but again, I like the 10-year, and actually I don't really mind this. Actually, it's a pretty good tasting one.
smells so much better.
Kidding. No apple juice, no fruit.
Yeah.
So anyway, give it a
That
try.
was it. It actually, for a rye, it has a sweet smell.
It does, and it's so you're going to get a little bit of that oak on the nose, but it does have kind of those hints of vanilla. There's some fruit in there with the orange, lemon.
Oh, I got the definitely get the citrus. That's really good.
Yeah, and it's the palate is actually really nice. At first, it doesn't hit, but then it gets really warm.
I don't get the pepper though. Like usually with rye,
Nope.
we're picking up on pepper. Mm-hmm. Pepper.
They actually describe the do that in honor of Dave. No, they actually refer to it as a little more sweet with spicy notes. So it's not
Yeah,
what you would expect, especially from being a 95% rye.
for sure.
So they also describe it like a little, kind of like a slight creaminess. It is very smooth. For a rye, I actually was really surprised.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get the creaminess or the oil. I mean, it's not a dry finish, but it doesn't feel creamy or oily.
No.
I do get a little bit of pepper, but it's not overwhelming.
It's at the end, though.
Yeah, it's at the very
more
end.
at the end, yeah.
So this is not a bad rye.
I got a lot of orange.
Yep.
Yep.
You get that?
Yep. They describe it as orange, lemon, along with a hint of custard and a little dill. The dill I thought was interesting. That's a new one that I've never...
I could get dill on the nose. I don't know if I taste dill, but I can smell dill. Very suggestive.
Very suggestive.
Yeah, I'm not finding the deal.
Well, it's not in the taste. They talk about it in the nose.
It's a nose.
So,
Not finding it there either.
what are you finding, Alton?
Parmesan. Parmesan.
So anyway,
I like
just
this. This is good.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, again, I think we've been dabbling a little bit in ryes, and
We've heard every time.
right. Thank you. Who's the whiny pants now?
That would be me.
And then they talk about it being cut with Rocky Mountain water. So I like the story behind this one. How
Yep.
true it is, don't know, but
Sure.
It's a good story. It's a great brand. And I don't know. I like it.
I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of their base bourbon, but the 10-year is really good.
The 10-year or the 10-year?
Yeah, whichever one.
He's Southern.
Between 9 and 11. Whichever
He's
one
Southern.
that
What's that supposed
He's
to mean?
Southern, meaning 10.
Teen
Thank
year.
you.
10.
Thank you.
I thought you were implying they don't pronounce anything right.
No. Like if you ask someone for a pen, it's a pen.
It's a pain.
Pen.
Glad you boys adapted.
Right?
I'd like a red pen.
Like a red pen.
I like this. How much is this a bottle? I know it was a gift. So zero.
I didn't pull the price. I'm gonna guess it's up in that 50. No, actually, you know what?
Ryes are usually a lot
I think it's
cheaper.
around $30
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 30 because the 10-year is around 54, 59.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, and ryes aren't subject to the same like barreling restrictions and all that, right?
I don't think that they are. Maybe if I listened to a rye podcast.
Yeah, if there were some rye boys out there who could clue us in.
I'm getting a middle finger from Kurt.
Yeah.
Oh, Altoon's giving you one too. It's not just me. I always forget. I just think rye, bourbon. I'm like, it all kind of goes together. So anyway, I just brought that into the mix. It's, again, I got it for the holidays. Thought it was really good.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, we all had it neat, but that in a mixer too, because rye, a lot of the ryes I see are in that 35 to 50 range until you get to like Whistle Pig, and then it's just stupid.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't feel bad mixing it or having it neat, because I think you get some good spice.
Yeah. It's one you don't feel like you're wasting by putting it in a cocktail.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, my thumbs up on this one.
Yep.
Tin Cup Rye. I think it beats
like
the
it.
Kentucky 74. So we'll go with that. I could have given you anything. I could have given you anything after the Kentucky 74.
It's so funny. That's gonna sneak up on me. I'm gonna be remembering like, what was the one?
Yeah.
And it smelled really
Oh,
neat.
that was great. You guys were so serious about it. You're like, oh, I smell these hints of, and
Because it
so
was
forth.
very strong.
Very
smelling.
different, yes.
It was like we did the Willet pot still, and it smelled like black licorice.
Yeah.
And it had a black licorice taste. And you're like, that's really neat. How do they get that taste in it?
Yeah.
I was really hoping that would taste not as bad.
That
as
is true, and you almost pick up on it. You almost think it's a weeded bourbon.
It's something.
Yeah.
Like it's. We've never smelled a bourbon like that.
Yeah, it was too sweet. Like I said, it was like all.
'Cause it's really
all
not
fruit.
a
Yeah,
bourbon.
exactly. I can't believe somebody got away with that.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
Anyway.
like, it was like a fruitcake. Like you unwrap a fruitcake.
Yeah.
and that's
It's got
exactly how I
all
feel about
those.
tasting a fruitcake. Just how you guys looked when you tasted the bourbon.
Like a
That's
fruit
fair.
cake.
So, all right, what do we got next? I'm going to pass the torch here.
We're going to go have some Town Branch. So I got this as a Christmas gift as well. I think you said yours was a gift. I got Town Branch. I think my sister and brother-in-law actually paid for it, but they neither of them drink. So I think my nephew Corbin actually picked this one out.
Okay.
I think he said this is one that he's enjoying, and so that came across at Christmas. It's excellent. Not to bias your opinions, but I'll let you guys pour it out, and I'll talk a little bit about it. I didn't find a ton. Not a super old storyline with the Town Branch, but it's made by Lexington Distilling, which, if you really want to get sexy now, they're owned by a conglomerate called Alltech, an agricultural meat and beverage megacorp. Like, okay.
Sounds like a made-up company.
Yeah, I know,
from a
exactly.
bad sitcom.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like one of
We
those
do
word
meat-
problems in
meat
high
and
school.
bourbon.
If Alltech, so they're in the Lexington area. Opened in 2012. They, one of the things they highlight is that they're now part of the Bourbon Trail. Which, yeah, good for them. They have a separate location, which, again, I didn't validate this. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Their second location is called Alltech Dueling Barrels Brewery and Distillery in Pikeville, Kentucky.
And car wash. Like they have a lot going on
They
there.
have a lot going
Like,
on.
are there some dueling pianos thrown in there somewhere?
Hey, they're dueling barrels, so why not throw the pianos in? So it's a 90 proof.
Okay.
It was a gift. I looked it up. I think it's about a $35 to $40 bottle.
Yep.
As you would expect, something that I like, 72% corn, 15% barley, and 13% rye. This was in the bottle, I think, about 6 years.
It is
It's got
6
the
years.
barrel
Yeah, I was looking at
date
that.
Yep. Love the square bottle.
I love the bottle.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. It's actually got a glass cap.
Yeah.
So that's a nice touch. It's,
Yeah. Could fill that thing with perfume for Natalie.
You say Natalie smells bad?
No,
Oh,
that's not
a
what
lot
I
of perfume.
said,
That's a
Elton.
lot of perfume. So it's kind of a traditional on the smell. If you guys take a whiff and see what you think.
You can. It's definitely sweet. So the caramel, I can definitely smell caramel, however you guys pronounce it. Apricot.
Tomato.
It's
Bourbon rye.
bourbon rye. It's very sweet. You can. Well, I can. It's got a sweet smell to it.
It does have a sweet.
I think. What else are you getting,
I'm
Derek?
thrown off by that Spiritless.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
mess with
gun
my-
shy.
It's mess with my palate.
Gun shy.
Okay.
It definitely smells sweeter.
It's sweet. It's like a sweet grass. I think it's kind of get.
That's interesting that you say grass because I get it in the taste.
You get it? What are you smelling though? What'd you get?
I
from
get
those?
the smell for me is more sweet. I feel like it's more like that caramel, not honey, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say caramel.
Did they call out, or the reviewer called out smoky orange? I don't really get smoky orange.
On the nose, or
Yeah, on the
Okay.
nose.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. So I thought on the taste, I mean,
What are you getting, fancy man?
I don't know. I don't know what I have on the nose. Taste though, when you said the sweet grass, I was like, yeah, it's got
Yeah.
a real bright
yep.
taste to it. It's not oaky.
It's not oaky, yeah. And then
No.
definitely, as you guys know, I like, it leans more to the citrus side.
Yeah.
So sweet grass, citrus.
Yep. It's on that edge of refreshing. Like it's not a heavy. It doesn't warm you up like a smokier,
Yep.
spicier bourbon.
It is a very different tasting one, though.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's pretty distinct.
Do you get green apple at all?
Yep.
A little bit of that. It's like a little sour.
A little bit of like a sour apple, almost
Yeah.
like the sour apple candies. What do they call those?
Yeah, the Jolly Ranchers.
Like a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, that's a. I'm surprised. It's got a little bit of. I don't want to say pepper, but it's got a little bit of sting to it.
It's got a little bite. It's a 99.8 proof, so it's got some heat in it, which is kind of interesting because it doesn't burn like it's got that much alcohol, but it does have a little sting, like you said, from a pepper side.
99.8 proof.
Mm-hmm. Huh. So that more or less than you thought it would be.
I mean, I was just wondering, like, why wouldn't they just stick 100? Just bottled and bottled.
To make the guy who wrote 49.9% alcohol on this bottle, make him work a little harder.
So single barrel.
Yeah.
So the value is in the single barrel.
Maybe it's about how precise they can get at 99.8.
That's
Hey, Alltech is all about
Preciseness.
precision.
Customer service and precision.
Whether it be bourbon or a cut of meat, we'll get you exactly what you need here at Alltech.
But I got to
for a sustainable future.
But I got to admit, I was pleasantly surprised with this one, and as you can tell from the bottle, I was actually having to put it at the back of the cabinet so I would leave some for you guys.
That bottle is I mean, I know we talk a lot about the shape of the bottles and the design of the branding and so forth. That is a really cool bottle.
Yeah, it's a good look.
It's a very, very cool bottle.
Yeah.
Glass stopper.
Yeah. Which is a first. We've never seen that.
Yeah.
Fancy pants.
Have you guys?
I have a bottle of that, and I bought it. Deb liked the shape of the bottle. That's what drove the purchase decision.
Yeah, I want a bottle of Calumet, as I was telling you earlier. Now, because Natalie always liked the bottle, I'm like, just buy the damn thing so we can stop talking about it. Infinity bottles.
Yes.
I know you remember when we were down at Billy Sunday.
Yeah.
Was it Stephanie was telling us about the Infinity bottle? We're like, what is an Infinity bottle?
Stephanie
We keep paying for our booze.
Yeah,
You mean it's just a magic
There's a
bottle
machine. So basically, the idea is you empty a bottle.
Yep.
And then you take the remnants from the other bottle, so you only have a shot or two left. Rather than leaving them their original bottles, you dump them into a community bottle.
Yep.
And you do that continuously, and theoretically, it becomes an infinity bottle. Now, My problem is my infinity bottle hasn't grown because I always say, I'm like, well, hell,
could just finish
it's
this.
just one. I'll just have one more pour.
It's just one more pour.
Just one more pour.
Yeah.
This would be a cool one to empty and use as the infinity
sure would.
bottle.
Yep. For the bottle shape. Down with that.
You could make some great bourbon cream and put it in that one too.
That would be another
Yeah.
use for that.
I did start my infinity bottle. I got a glass decanter.
So you got
Christmas.
of course, you got a decanter for. You didn't reuse like the rest of us.
Exactly.
I'm surprised.
Exactly. It's like the buy a book, return a book. He doesn't ever return. He just
No.
goes and buys an empty book to
The
put
only
all
thing-
his existing empty books in.
The only thing that disappointed me is he didn't go somewhere and actually do the glass blowing class.
Well, how do you know that? He just didn't tell us that.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I love it.
The next picture we're going to get tomorrow morning will be like, Derek,
You see these scars? These burns? No, I got it.
Derek,
for
what's wrong with
Christmas.
your lips? Oh, I was blowing some glass this
It
weekend.
was a gift.
Blew my infinity
Yes.
bottle.
Taylor and Brittany got me a beautiful decanter from
For bourbon?
yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Was it your birthday?
Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah, that happened between
yeah, I know.
this recording.
I
and our
know.
last
Trust me,
one.
I have no clue where I'm at right now.
His birthday's tomorrow.
Whose birthday's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it really? Okay, so
By the time this episode drops, yes, it will.
It's
be.
closer than
okay, so
Christmas.
before you guys leave tonight, we're getting everybody's birthdays written down.
I have them all down. Do you just want a copy?
Yeah,
Want a copy of our
exactly. Could you
homework?
just forward that
Sure.
over?
Just
Natalie
send it
knows
over.
them all. Natalie knows everyone.
Yeah, that's good. I'm still trying to figure out how to monetize that.
Liz's birthday was a couple weeks ago.
I know. So what do you guys think?
She's still older than me.
She
You're expecting that to change?
She probably always will be. So what's your take on the Town Branch?
I like it.
We got a
I like it.
yeah.
I think it's a good taste. It's really clean. I think it's lighter than many bourbons.
Yep.
I won't say it's a Clover Light, but
Oh, you just offended him.
If I wasn't sitting down right now,
You need to recoil like you just
I
got
know,
slapped in
exactly.
the
That's what I mean,
face.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yep.
come on.
Yeah.
No, I think it's I like it. I think it's a good, refreshing, light, crisp. I would do that. That's a good summer.
Yeah, I think crisp and light are a good way to describe it.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
And it's not a rye, so he's happy.
Exactly. It's real. It's real bourbon.
Mostly.
It's real bourbon.
I like it. I'm gonna finish it off now.
Okay.
Take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
All right. So I brought George Remus.
Are we recording again?
Are we back?
We're back.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, we're back.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you,
We're back.
Alton.
Yeah.
Counting
No,
in.
1, 2, 3.
I brought a bottle of George Remus, and George Remus is in the Bourbon Empire.
Bourbon Empire.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read that, Bertrand?
He's just going along with it.
No. I didn't read it. I was thinking of the other one.
Pappyland?
Yeah, Pappyland. Thank you.
Yep. He's not in Pappyland. He's
No.
in
I also think
Bourbon Empire.
this was kind of Dave's way of getting out of giving our books too. You guys probably have your books.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably not getting one.
What was it? The Bourbon Hack? Hacking Bourbon?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have those.
You're lying.
No.
Fascinating.
Look
read.
me straight in the face and tell me you're not
don't
lying.
have it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So George Remus. Interesting story. I'm going to take up your airspace that usually tells stories. That's going to be my story tonight.
And
So
now it's okay.
settle in, kids.
Let's see
George
how this
Remus. Here are the titles George Remus has had: pharmacist, lawyer, bootlegger, prisoner, murderer. Right. Started his career German-born. Family moved to the U.S. Started his career as a pharmacist. Eventually got a law degree because he saw the opportunity to combine. Thank you. Saw the opportunity to combine both backgrounds into a very lucrative, very legal, very criminal future. Dateline, October 28th, 1918. the Volstead Act is passed. That's where the U.S. Congress passes what would be the beginning of Prohibition. Already interested in bootlegging trade, George studied the act for loopholes because he's a lawyer. You'd find his first loophole in Title II, Section 3 of the Act that says that nothing in this act shall prohibit the purchase and sale of warehouse receipts covering distilled spirits on deposits in government-bonded warehouse. Now that he could purchase pre-Volstead Act bonded liquor, he needed to find a way to distribute it to the wanting masses. That's when he discovered the second loophole, Title II, Section 6. As we all remember, no one shall manufacture, sell, purchase, transport, or prescribe any liquor except that a person may, without a permit, purchase and use liquor for medicinal purposes only.
I've heard that before.
Who would be able to handle medicinal purposes? A pharmacist. So using this pharmaceutical knowledge, George knew physicians who would prescribe liquor, who would need to buy it from where? A pharmacy. Drug companies. So George started to purchase drug companies. Then he'd make these orders to be delivered to his pharmacies in large quantities and then hijack his own shipments, diverting the juice to his budding bootlegging empire. So lawyer, pharmacist, owns a drug company, has his own team.
He owns the whole vertical right now, right?
So far,
Yeah.
he's got the whole thing locked in. January 17th, 1920, Prohibition begins, and with the 18th Amendment ratified and the Volstead Act becoming law, Prohibition is kicked off. George, at this point, is like, medicinal purposes. I own the drug companies. I own the pharmacies. I've got the doctors in my back pocket. I'm good. Fast forward to May that same year, May 12th, Dateline, 1920. Raid on the warehouse. Federal agents raid his bourbon warehouse in Chicago. That August, he moves everything to Cincinnati. And with feds on his trail, competition arising in the Chicago bootleg trade, moves his empire to Cincinnati because he's near 80% of the country's bonded whiskey. He then began acquiring more drug companies, enlisting the help of federal associates who he worked with as an attorney in D.C. They'd give him access to all the permits he'd need to purchase and withdraw bourbon from the many distilleries he would go on to own.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
We now pause for an intermission from our
later
local
that
sponsor.
year. Right. I know, it's a lot here.
Oh, wait,
But
we
it's
don't
really
have a
cool
sponsor.
story. We're working on it. After creating his own trucking company for all the distribution he was doing, he would send the bourbon to his drug companies, have them hijacked along the way, and keep this thing going. He created a farm called Death Valley Farm in Cincinnati. You could only get there through a dirt road. Alcohol was distributed in the attic and distilled in the attic of the house, lowered to the basement in a dumbwaiter, tunneled out to waiting cars with bootleggers. So they would take off. It was about a 100-foot long tunnel. They would take off and get away with it. With armed guards, whiskey runners, and a payroll of 3,000 people working for him, politicians, including law enforcement officials, his reputation as the king of the bootleggers was solidified. In less than 3 years, he made $40 million. So this is 1920.
In $40 million in dollars in 1920.
$1920.
Not current times.
No, $1920.
Wow.
Okay, so I hope when Dave Kratt listens to this podcast,
He's going to be fast forwarding. So let's wrap it up. So fast forward to he gets arrested on 3,000 counts of violating the Volstead Act.
but he's a judge.
May 1922. Right. Somehow
Serves his own trial.
Yeah. May 16th, 1922, the bourbon is seized. He's convicted to 2 years in the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary.
For 3,000 counts.
Yeah.
Plea bargain.
Yeah. Fittingly, that evening, 125 cases of George's bourbon and crates marked potatoes are seized in Ohio.
Oh.
While he's in prison. This is where it gets really good. So, we're at pharmacist, we're at lawyer, we're at bootlegger, now a prisoner, criminal. Mm-hmm. He befriends in prison an undercover agent, Agent Dodge. Agent Dodge finds out that George, because George is spilling his guts, has given all of his rights to his money to his wife, who's back in Ohio. Dodge decides, I'm done with this job, asks for a transfer, gets out of fake prison because he's an undercover agent.
Marries the wife.
Yeah, goes to
Get out.
Didn't marry her. He was just
shagging the wife.
Yep.
The two of them liquidate the millions that George has. They don't know where it's gone, where it goes, but they liquidate it. It's moved, and then they hire a hitman on George in prison to take him out. The hitman is like, I don't want to be double crossed. He tells George what's going on. George's like, I got this. When he gets out of jail, his wife, Imogene, files for divorce. So he's like, great, I'll meet you at the courthouse. On the way to the courthouse, George's driver drives her off the road. George gets out of the car, shoots and kills her in front of a park full of people. Now he's a murderer. Goes on to plead transitory insanity, which is something that he had tried and got people off for murdering.
As an attorney.
Handles the case himself, pleads transitory insanity, is sent to an insane asylum, gets out 7 months later.
But where's the money?
No one knows where the money is.
Okay.
Imogene.
Well, we know where
dead.
Imogene is.
Yes.
She's
Not
pushing
with the
up
money.
daisies. She's pushing up daisies.
Pushing up
Yes.
daisies, that's right. And where's this other guy?
He dies in 1952.
Wow.
Remus. So pharmacist to lawyer to bootlegger to prisoner to murderer, all in one.
That sounds like a great story.
Crazy, crazy life.
That's a great movie right there.
So, thank you for the transition. The original Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald publishes his iconic book in 1924. The lavish main character, Jay Gatsby, is reportedly inspired by George and his lifestyle, who met Fitzgerald a number of times in a hotel in Louisville.
Because if I remember from Bourbon Empire, Remus was kind of extravagant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, big party guy.
Big party guy.
Yeah.
Would hand out $100 bills to kids.
Yeah.
At his parties.
And at his parties, he would have people like, if you stick around for midnight or whatever, you get a prize, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
He was giving out Pontiac cars to the women at the party and diamond stick pins to the men.
Seems reverse, but okay.
It's just whatever. He was living large.
Yeah.
In the I forget the name of the house he bought was ridiculous. Something called some sort of a palace.
All right.
So who took the George Remus legend and make it a bourbon then?
So Bourbon Empire, I have to get that book.
Yep, you have it.
I do?
No,
I don't.
I think we gave it to you. No, we gave you homework. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is now distilled by the George Remus Distilling out of Indiana. Let's move around a bit.
I don't think I'll have to look. Maybe you did give
Yeah,
that to me.
so they brought it
I
back.
don't think
Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So this is like a 45, low 40s, high 40s dollar bottle, 94 proof, straight bourbon. They say that you're going to get. Well, what do you get on the nose before I tell you what you're supposed to get?
so. No. I've been drinking it.
Yeah. To me, I feel like a broken record. It's citrusy. It's
Okay. Kurt?
a little orange peel.
I'm getting a little oak, a hint of that kind of charred oak.
Smell it again. Do you smell? keep trying. Keep trying. No. Do you they're saying that you're going to get vanilla, maple.
I can get the maple.
Right?
I'm not getting the vanilla.
Yeah. And a sweet yet characteristic rye flavor.
Which has nothing to do with oak.
Nope. Finish
I'm not
is
good at this
smooth,
smell thing.
long finish with subtle vanilla sweetness. Mash bill is a little unknown. No one spent a whole lot of time publishing that.
This does have I think, a really nice finish.
It has a nice finish.
It
It's
does.
very smooth. That's what I do like about it.
Yeah.
I like from that standpoint. I like it a little better than the Town
Branch.
Branch.
I do get citrus too.
Yeah.
It's good.
I get a little bit of maple on the nose, but that sweetness doesn't come through.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. It's got a good viscosity. It's like not oily, but it does kind of stay with you. And I wouldn't call it creamy either, but it's got a nice...
A little
I
cling.
was gonna go there.
Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
So, where did you get it?
I think I got this from Flaviar.
I was gonna say because I had a Ramus from Flaviar.
I think it was a Flaviar.
Yep.
Now, where did all of it go? Because this is as close for you to finish a bottle as I've seen
It's
in
pretty
a long
close.
time.
It's pretty close.
You have some friends over? Are you cheating on
No,
us?
just some
Yeah.
long nights.
Exactly. Cheating
Some
on.
long nights.
Are you cheating on us?
No, it's this one I'm gonna get this one into the infinity bottle.
Yeah.
It'll go in there.
This would be a good mixer as well. I mean, at that
Yeah.
price point,
Yep.
it has a nice flavor. So this would be an interesting one to do some cocktailing with.
So that's a question. What is the price point for a cocktail for you? And is it price point or is it?
For an individual cocktail or for a bourbon that I'm buying to mix?
No, I think something that you have in your cabinet. What's your threshold of what you would or wouldn't put in a cocktail? Is it price based or is it more taste based?
Mine's more taste based, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm with you. It used to be price where I'd be like, I'm not putting that. That's too good to mix in. And then speaking with Stephanie at Billy Sunday, she's like, why not?
Yeah, as long as you're not overpowering.
Why not? It's gonna make a great cocktail.
Should you not want to do that, I do have a really good bottle of Kentucky 74.
Got plenty of that left.
Yeah, I'm good on that. Yeah, thank you. And the non-alcoholic, the near beer category, I'm
And
good.
then here beer. Might want to cook with that one. Although, like the amount of chemicals in that,
Or just pour it out.
No, I'm going to save it because we're going to pull one
it's
on
a
Dave
good,
next
it's
time.
a good party trick for sure.
Yeah. It's
And I'm on
it's
to
one
you.
of those where you give it to somebody and then you talk about how great it is and they're tasting it. You just see if they play it out or if they're just like,
should. You
no,
totally
this is
should.
just wrong.
Yeah.
I'm onto it now. Though my olfactory memory is it smells like disappointment. Anytime I smell that, I'm like, all I know is going, I'm already disappointed.
You can taste and smell the feeling.
Yeah. But back to your question, I think I'm in that. I think it used to be price. I think it's still priced to a certain extent. I think I'm also looking at how much bourbon I have. And I'm okay mixing stuff. I have a lot.
Just tell the
I have a lot.
folks. So let's do this the other way around. Kurt,
Yeah.
when I built the bourbon cabinet a few weeks ago, I actually loaded it up and I actually had a chance to inventory.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere, I can't remember the exact number, but let's say, 35 to 40 bottles of bourbon.
That's about where I'm at.
Is that about where you are too?
I ebb and flow. I usually, but that's
And when you
all
look
I
at
can
that,
fit.
you're like, damn, that's a
a lot of bourbon.
That's a healthy stash of bourbon. Other people will be like, Alton, you might have a problem.
Right.
So,
but then you go to Dew's Total Wine.
Dew's, and, Derek, if you had to estimate, just ballpark within 2-3 bottle range,
2-3 case range.
I think he added 1,000 square feet onto his house he's building for that bourbon.
Pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure. What would one find at the Woods Estate?
In the closet right now?
Yeah.
In the closet, I think that there are at least 15 cases.
Cases.
bourbon.
That's legal.
Like a 6 in a case.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, we're in the 80 to
15 times
90
6.
bottle. 80 to 90 bottle range.
It's so funny. So I had
It's a lot.
a buddy of mine at work the other day. He's like, "Hey, I just tried Filibuster and it was really good." And that literally goes back to one of the very first recordings we did at your house, Derek. And we tried Filibuster, and I really liked it. And I don't think I've had it since then. I'm sure there's still some in that bottle.
That might be.
But that just reminded me of the journey and like, wow.
Yeah, because remember in your old house, right? You had the cabinet in the dining area.
Yeah, it's all I could fit in the bottle.
And there was like 6 bottles in there for a while. And then it was 12. And then we're like, the shelves went up. And
for sure.
yeah, listen, I think it was the same for all of us. I was keeping mine on right here on this cabinet here in the dining room, and finally I was like, I need somewhere to put that.
Yeah.
But the cabinet Altoon has built. Did you have an order in for that one?
I can't keep up with you guys.
You should see it.
I did see it.
Okay.
I've actually commissioned him to do an addition on his
bourbon cabinet. That's right. I need to get back to that.
Gotcha.
I want an addition on the top so that I can put some glassware in there with a sliding thing that comes out. And
that's right. We need to get back to that.
Nice. It looks good though.
Looks great.
It's small. For the
starter kit. Yeah, for the starter kit, the 40.
I think that was all my responses. Looks great. Too small. Go bigger. But it came out great.
Apparently, Natalie wants to keep the bed. I was going to just replace it all. I was like, okay, I'll work around it.
Actually, you should just build an 8-foot cabinet as your headboard, and then it's just all right there.
Oh, wow.
New project.
I've got some ideas.
It's nice, though.
It's really nice.
Came out real nice.
It is.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All the right touches.
All the right touches, for sure. I can't make it, so I can't make anything compared to you guys.
We'll get you in there.
I would like to do that. I'd like to make something.
A mess.
I still want to do my stairwell.
We're going to do it.
We could bang that out. As soon as Kratt is
I know, exactly. You just got to get Liz out here for like 4 days.
I know. I have this vision, like we get the wall torn down and it's Sunday and you're like, all right, well, we'll see you next weekend. I'll be like, wait, what? Where are you going?
Got to live in the mess for a bit. Nice.
No, I think it's awesome.
Yep.
I think it's awesome. So,
okay.
Where do we go from here?
Who's got last call?
Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Call him up, wake him up. I know your IV is kicked in.
Yeah,
right.
Did you see the text?
We need last call.
Did you see the text, Dave?
We were in. Okay, so here's last call. You're getting ready to go into surgery. They're ready to give you your anesthesia, and the doctor asks for a drink. What do you give him?
The doctor asked for a drink.
I'm giving him this Spiritless
74.
74.
Stay sharp, boy.
You'll be disappointed, but you'll be completely alert.
I love it. Okay, well, that's a wrap.
You come up with one. I didn't think about it because Dave was supposed to do it. So,
all right.
There's a Don Bourbon one. We can edit it out. But here's the. So I watched Tombstone the other night, and then thinking about Kratt in the hospital and bourbons. So this is more about your body than it is the bourbon itself. But you can throw bourbon in there. So you're in the Old West. Your only anesthesia or numbing agent is bourbon.
Oh, yeah. I like this.
And you're going to have some sort of surgery done.
Yep.
It could be a tooth pulled. It can be a finger amputated. It could be a gallbladder removal. It could be...
How about a sliver pulled or something like that?
It can be a vasectomy for all I care. But surgery, the most intense surgery you would sign up for with only bourbon. And which of these 3 bourbons would you choose to just down before?
I'm gonna step outside the bourbon and I go straight for Tin Cup Rye.
Seriously?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want it to be quick.
Put up.
Yep.
Just hit it hard.
I don't want to have to sip it.
So what's the most intense surgery you would
Oh God.
think you could handle?
I'm an absolute wuss when it comes to anything medical like that. Without anesthesia.
Well, you got a whole bottle of Tin Cup Rye. Come on.
Yeah, I think I could do a tooth pull.
A tooth pull?
I think I just.
All right.
Okay,
probably,
I just had one of those pulled. Believe me, it's not that great.
No, but based on his list, yeah, I'm going.
Well, yeah, that was my question. Do they pour the bourbon on where they're going to do the surgery, or do you drink it?
Hey, you can do it. You're in control. You do whatever the hell you want to with it. You just got a whole bottle.
Oh God!
I'm going to go Old West tooth pull Tin Cup Rye. I'm done. Let's just get this over with.
I'm about cringing over here.
All right,
about you, Kurt?
I'm going to go with Ramus. Just because of the story behind that one. So,
what's your?
I know that's what
tolerance?
I'm trying to think of. I'm kind of like you. Like the whole idea of surgery just in medical stuff, like I pass out too easy.
Yeah.
Well, that's your easy way out.
Yeah.
It's your easy button.
Wake me up when you're done.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I always say. So, God,
Would you do an amputation?
no.
Finger or toe?
Hell no. Hell no.
Vasectomy?
No.
No hesitation.
No.
All right.
No. Not only no, but hell no.
Sutures.
I would probably do.
Did you go
isn't-
Rambo?
This isn't really surgery, but I'd like to have skin. Like I've had skin cancer
Okay.
taken from me, and that obviously
you could do
needed to
that.
be numbed. And
Sure.
Yeah. So take
I don't know if I could do it, but that's probably the one that would come to mind
All
for
right.
me.
All right.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell no.
I'm going highest proof. So what do we have here?
You got 94.
94. We got
99.8.
All
What's
right.
the proof on the right?
This is 90.
All right, I'm going Town Branch. I'm going high proof.
Speed this thing
I'm
up.
just like, I have one
take any chances.
agenda here. It's a nice taste,
Yeah.
so I don't mind it, but
Yep.
definitely that. I would go versus a tooth pull.
Yeah.
I would go with a digit amputated. I would
Okay.
rather have my pinky cut off than a tooth pulled.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Multiple times over.
Well, once it's off.
Yeah,
Well, you only
Yeah.
have 10 digits,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, 2 pinkies.
yeah. So,
Okay, that's bold. We could have added in like bone reset. Like you broke your leg, broke your arm, reset.
Yeah.
I like the
Skipped over that.
removal. I like the
It's just
removal.
permanence.
I like the
The
cut.
permanence.
Listen to this guy. I'm so not worthy.
Jeez. He is
Jeez.
very safe around power tools, though. Just so you know.
You should be.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
You should be. And I would be too, because I've seen things. So, in the shop at my old employer.
Not
So,
good.
yeah, where the thumb went into a bag of ice and to the hospital with the
Oh,
patient.
yeah. Let's try to reattach this bad boy.
Yep, and they did.
That's a bad boy.
They did. So, all right, guys.
Yeah, we need to get together soon. We got some good trips under our belt. I was just road tripped out west, St. Louis. So we had a couple of small distilleries there. Got our first stamp on our bourbon passport,
There we go.
which is still in the car. So now they'll be driving that
good
back
place for it to
across
be.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Kurt, you lost your bourbon passport book, didn't you?
Confiscated at the
I
border.
need to find it.
Kurt was just in Wisconsin.
I was,
You were from
yeah.
Milwaukee. Derek's headed to Massachusetts, so we'll get back. We'll talk about some of the things we uncovered on the journey. We had a couple of cool distilleries, so
I wanna
I'll
hear these
tell those
stories.
stories. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Derek.
All right, boys. Thank you for another great episode. Tasted 3 whiskeys.
4.
3 whiskeys. some look-alike.
2 of them were bourbons.
Yes, so close. See, when Kratt's not here, we sneak a rye in. We did Tin Cup Rye. We did Town Branch Bourbon and George Remus Bourbon. And then we had whatever that swill was, Kentucky 74. Spiritless indeed.
Spiritless, indeed.
But
I did the
another
rye for Dave tonight, by the way.
Ah,
I didn't get
nice.
to enjoy it.
Yes. But if you like this episode, be sure to hit subscribe to our series and tell someone about it. Hit the notification button so you get the updates when we drop another episode. And it won't be 3 months.
It won't be.
Promise.
We're going to be back soon.
Leave us a 5-star rating and give us feedback so we can make these better for you, for those of you who are listening. If you want to learn more about tonight's episode, visit our website, bourbonon.com, where you can also order Bourbon Boys merch. Gentlemen, we're at the end of the episode. Really enjoy the time together. Kratt, hope
Same.
you're doing well, buddy.
Yep.
We miss you, brother. And had a good time tasting and sampling. Bourbon on.
Bourbon.